What's going on, brothers? Just let me tell you the name. Got a video for you. It's your entitled Running Hot. Here goes. Shout out to Brother RPM for his video in regards to the gender war running hot in Japan. So yeah, I figured I'd share my thoughts on the possible scenarios for if a gender war was to ever run hot here in the Western civilization. So check this out, brothers. It's no secret that we live in a civilization where these troughs and ditch pigs, femcels and spincels really truly believe that their shit doesn't stink. That they can do their dirt to anybody and everybody and get away with it clean. And if the gender war was to ever run hot here in the Western civilization, it wouldn't last very long because, well, for a couple of reasons. One, every man here in Western civilization is not the same. We don't have the same temperament. We don't have the same patience. We're just completely different people. And the way I see it, if a gender war was to run hot, most of these broads would revert back to who they were before this feminist pathology spread like a plague. That's what I think would happen, because let's be real. Every time there's a natural disaster, every time when a civilization is threatened with war, these femcels and spincels and all these ditch pigs, they pretend that feminism didn't happen. That's what happens. And it's happened so many times, it happens time and time again. Whenever there's an emergency, whenever there's a catastrophe, whenever there's war afoot, it disappears. All this feminism, all this girl power bullshit goes away. That's why I say if there was a gender war here in Western civilization, it wouldn't last for very long. Ain't that right? It wouldn't last very long. Because at the end of the day, men and women are not the same. They're not the same gender. We don't have the same area of expertise. We don't have the same temperament. We don't even have the same spirit. We're completely different. Now, for a guy like me, if this gender war were to ever run hot, I will continue to practice what I've been doing for decades now. Prevention. Staying out of it. That's what I'll continue to practice, because, let's be real, for one thing, I'm not short. And we all know that feminists are cowards. They're spineless. We learned that from these female teachers who do their dirt to male students in these public school systems. We know that. We also know that for the ones who drink too much, they don't typically put their hands on men that are twice their size. They go after the easy targets, the easy pickings. And if you are someone like me, you know, you're above 6'3", you're 260, you have athletic genes courtesy of your father and your paternal grandfather, you will remain untouched. You see, they go full stupid around the easy targets, but they're only half stupid around those that they know could really do some damage. And I know this personally because, well, if you're like me, if you studied martial arts, you know that it's actually easier to hurt somebody than it is to heal them. You know that. It is doubly so if you're my kinsman. You know that. I don't have to remind you of myostatin deficiencies. I don't have to remind you of fast twitch muscle fibers. I don't have to remind you of certain bone densities. You just ask Michael Jordan, ask Mike Tyson, ask Lawrence Taylor, ask LeBron James. I don't got to remind you of that. That's why these broads and these spring chickens and these former spring chickens aren't dumb enough to go after the hard targets. That's why I say that here in the West, if there was a gender war, it wouldn't last very long. Most of those poor unfortunate souls who would get caught up in this bullshit would probably be the male hyenas. They'll probably get the most of it. But someone like me, nah, I sit it out. Because peace is my shelter. I like peace and quiet. I don't like conflict. But you best believe that I ain't no doorknob neither. I ain't no sheep. You see, reality takes no prisoners and reality gets the last word. This is not some psycho-fucked Disney princess fantasy that we live in. We live in reality. In reality, there are consequences to vexing and provoking the wrong people. That's why I believe that if the gender war was to run hot here in the West, it wouldn't last very long. It would actually evaporate. It wouldn't even last a full month. But yeah, these are just my thoughts. You brothers, feel free to chime in the comment section. How do you think a gender war would play out here in Western civilization? How do you think it would play out in these traditional civilizations outside the West? Hit up in the comment section. I'm very curious. I'd like to know. What are your thoughts? Hit me up, brothers. This is L.O.M. Mgtow. That's all I got for you. Like the bass here in the commentary, feel free to subscribe. If you don't do it, this is my channel. You find a tip jar on my channel. Alright, fam. Alright, brethren. You know the drill. You know routine. Go your own way, live your own way. SYSBM. As for these former spring chickens, these better worn carpets, these male hyenas, and those who have a problem with what we say and how we say it, give them nothing. This has been the Mgtow PSA. More comers tight. See you soon.